Welcome back to Keksi Society. Today we're going to talk about AI because I keep seeing the antis on my Twitter timeline, so I kind of want to go over a little bit how I feel about AI. Pretty much I use AI for everything. All of my artwork is AI. My character is AI, the border is AI, the background's AI. So obviously I'm pro AI because I do think that it opens doors for a lot of people. Obviously commissions are good as well because we do support traditional artists. I went to traditional art school. It was amazing. I love drawing and stuff, and I really hope that those people can keep making money. I think that VTuber modelers are excellent at what they do, and I know because I went through a rigging class and know that it's very difficult, and I know that they probably do charge the amount of money that it takes to make a VTuber model, and in order to get a good quality one, you have to pay a lot of money to get that. And I think there is a time and place for commissions. And obviously, even in the future, I will be looking at getting a commissioned model that with a rig. Like, that's my hope. I think that there is a slop side to AI too. Obviously, nothing's perfect. Every medium has its slop, even regular films and stuff. I mean, they call them like B and C and D movies for a reason. It's not like every industry doesn't have slop. Let's not pretend that this doesn't exist, but let's not destroy AI because slop exists. So we're going to read this article talking a little bit about Peter Jackson has no problem with AI being used to make movies. Obviously, within the regular movie industry itself, there is a big discussion about whether or not it should use AI actors and stuff. I'm in the animation world, so for me, I don't think that there's an issue with animation being AI because everything is an art form, and there is a lot that goes into AI art as well as traditional art, and it's not like a traditional art will disappear without AI art, but I do think that there is an argument for traditional movies and traditional actors. I think there's something that we have to discuss because with animation, everything is just a tool. And maybe they need to look at AI as a tool in their bag too, that not everything needs to be replaced. Lord of the Rings director Peter Jackson has been discussing the use of AI in movies, stating that it's no different from other special effects. And that's what I was saying, is that special effects have moved to the computer generated stuff anyway. It's not like we have to pretend that it's not all practical effects. So in that sense, they already had a transition from practical effects to computer effects, and this is just one step up from computer effects. I think that AI has its uses. I'm not saying obviously with practical effects, people still use practical effects. I like practical effects in movies, and I also like properly done computer effects in movies. I feel like a lot of movies nowadays, I'm not saying all movies, there are some movies that do it well and some movies that do it bad. Peter Jackson has been at the forefront of digital revolution in film, overseeing the creation of fully motion captured and computer generated Lord of the Ring character Gollum, as well as celluloid wonder King Kong. He's currently being honored at Cannes Film Festival, where he was presented with an honorary French word for his body of work, which includes the likes of Bad Taste, Heavenly Creature, The Frighteners, Thou Shall Not Grow Old, The Beatles, Get Back, and the Hobbit movies. Many of his films have featured technical advances, and during a Cannes masterclass, Jackson weighed in on the AI debate. So Peter Jackson, obviously, he pioneered a lot of the special effects in movies and the computer generated effects. Gollum is still really well done, even to today's standards. And motion capture is also used in some animated movies. So I do think that it's important to remember the people that created the tools that we currently do use by artists, and artists do back. They appreciate that these were created so that we could do things that we were not capable of doing before. And as an animator, when you always want to push your what you can do, like physics and what your creations are capable of doing. So if AI will give us another means of getting those thoughts out of our head onto the screen or on the paper, then I don't think that it's a bad thing. But I do think that there is a line that we have to figure out what that line is, because obviously you don't want to just throw words into a prompt and then say, oh, this is good enough, and then you get slop, and then it makes AI look bad. Peter Jackson says AI is no different from other special effects. Peter Jackson doesn't have a problem with artificial intelligence being used to make movies, admitting that while it might destroy the world when it comes to feature films, he doesn't dislike it at all. To me, it's just a special effect, Jackson told the Cannes crowd. It's no different from other special effects. But Jackson does draw the line at copyright infringement, believing that it's absolutely critical to protect actors' rights and saying if you're doing an AI duplicate of someone like Indiana Jones or anyone else, as long as you've licensed the rights of the person who you're showing, I don't see the issue. It's when people's likeness gets stolen or usurped. And I agree with that, especially since it's AI. I mean, take what you have in your brain and put it on paper. Say, like, this is my character and I want this person or this animal or this thing to do what I want it to do. Why are you're taking away creativity by just boxing yourself into an already made hole? And so I do agree with that. If you are using someone's likeness or something, you need permission, you need a license. I fully agree with that. Peter Jackson on AI being used in film. I don't dislike it at all. I mean, to me, it's just a special effect. But Jackson does believe there's an issue with the technology when it comes to perception. A lot of the current environment, everyone's so worried about AI, states Jackson. I don't think a Golem type character or a generated character has any hope for winning any awards, which is really sad because I do think that there is a lot of good in AI. I do think that there is, I mean, I guess they view it, animation is not very well viewed in the academy. I don't know why they look down on animation. It is a lot of work, but it is, they just view it for kids and it's not. There's a lot of adult animations too. I think that I like animation because it's more aesthetically pleasing to me, like most animation is. Not all animation is aesthetically pleasing, obviously. Like I said, there's slop in any industry, and that includes mainstream, not mainstream. Yes, mainstream. Yeah, I guess there is mainstream slop. I mean, I wouldn't consider Velma aesthetically pleasing, and I do think like Bean Mouth is a problem in the mainstream, just spitting out AI because it's fast. When I'm around children, I see it like their AI slop is ridiculous. It's really horrible. They just, like, Cocomelon to me is AI slop, which is a bit unfair, especially in the Andy Serkis case where it's not an AI generated performance. It's a human generated performance 100% of the way. Yeah, motion capture, I think that is an acting thing. I don't think that they should not consider motion capture not acting. That's ridiculous. It is completely acting. I think that's silly. I mean, I would consider it another form of prosthetics. It's just a tool. So I think that we should consider motion capture basically kind of like a makeup. Maybe you want to put it in its own category because it is computer generated. That's fine. There's a lot of passion that goes in behind those roles. I think there is a debate to be said about AI and then being another tool. Just like back in the olden days, there was a lot of people who didn't want photography to take over the industry because they thought, oh, the plebs can do it, everybody can do it. And I do think that obviously everyday photography is not, worthy of winning awards. You're just taking pictures of your family or whatever. But I do think that there is photography that is worth winning awards. That's why they still have photography competitions and stuff. I think that it's a good medium. Do I think that traditional art, like paintings and stuff, go out the way? No, of course not, because paintings are gorgeous. They look good in your home, decorations and stuff. And I think that we should make statues again. I've missed that we don't have people making statues as much as they used to back in the olden days. It seems like I think art, well, I guess they do make like lawn gnomes and stuff, but that's like mass produced, which could be considered another type of like quote unquote slop, because not everybody likes lawn gnomes or flamingos, but some people do, and some people, maybe there is a place for slop. Maybe it's not mainstream, but maybe just like, C, D, E movies, they think maybe there is a place for those things because there's enough people that like them and they make money off of them. So I think the tools that you have and the way that you use them matter. Obviously, I mean, you could have a hammer and nails and wood and you could just make a mess, or you could make a birdhouse. I think that talent is very heavily involved in everything that you do. So I don't agree with saying that just because slop exists, AI shouldn't exist. Or just because traditional medium exists, we shouldn't use AI at all, because I don't think that's true. I think that there are artists out there that can make AI work for them, and I think that there are traditional artists that can make beautiful things out of paint and charcoal, and people who can take really good pictures, and not everybody is skilled in those areas because it's a different type of talent that it takes to make these different things, and I think there's a place for every single tool out there. So I don't understand this argument. Like, is it going to be as much? No. It's going to be niche, yes, but other jobs will come out of these niches, and the AI is not going to destroy your lives, because traditional art will still exist, and we can all coexist together in harmony if we just let it be. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below about how you feel like AI should coexist in the movie world, in the animation world, or whatever. And thank you for watching my video. Bye.